G'day everyone, we have just finished our 3-story building. Well, 2-story plus the top floor, which we'll do later. But it's come up an absolute treat. A little bit of spit and polish, a lot of hard work, and some blood, sweat and tears, and I'll tell you what, we'll get there no matter what. Come with me, we'll go for a walkthrough. If you haven't seen the video previous to this, it shows the before, and this is now going to be the after. So, come with me, let's go. Here we've got the original joist system still running through. We haven't changed the joist system, we haven't painted the joist system. We wanted to keep it fairly rustic. We've changed the light here, we've put in these are actually LED light globes all the way through on this wall. We've put a box section here all the way running through. That's to take up all of our wires and everything else. We've chased all of the other wires through the wall itself. Here's our beautiful front door. Check that out for a nice golden door. From here, we've got the kitchen. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but this was just a very straggly wall with some plumbing pipes that were running down here. Now, those plumbing pipes that were running down here were originally running in the middle where these colours are. Were really originally running down here into this slab. So what we've done, and you can see the slab colour, we've cut that all the way through and we've rerun the stucco up here, and then we've hidden it inside our joinery. Now our joinery system here has got our shelves for our books, and it's got a power point with a USB. If you haven't seen these before, they're new power points with USB, so you can charge your phones and things like that as well. Joinery system all the way round and all the way along the bottom here. Here we've got a freestanding stove. This is a smeg with also the range hood. Range hood goes up and then goes to one of the externals. Free floating shelves. Now these shelves we actually got made up on site. This whole wall, this raw brick, has been ground back and then resealed a couple of coats. Pantry in here, we've got automatic light, and you'll also see the shelves scalloped out so we can get right into the backs. There's nothing worse than having a shelf all the way to here and not being able to reach the back of them. So microwave fits in there nicely. Another nice sliding drawer, and just to match it off, a kicker drawer. If you haven't seen these before, they're fantastic drawers. They just give you a place to put your other bits and pieces. From here, we had our plunge pool. This was the plunge pool area. So now this plunge pool area is completely closed off. We've got Velux flat roof automatic opening skylights. Great system. You can put them down to 2 degrees for a flat roof, or down to 1 degree actually for a flat roof, and then from there anything up. Brilliant system, electric, open, close, and they've got a sensor on them as well, and the sensor allows, if they are open, that as soon as rain hits them they close by themselves. Wall light. This has been double insulated, this wall, and there's also got a brick wall which is the next door neighbours. On the side here we've got our hole cut through. This is going to be our flue and heater system, which is a Jottle 163. Very efficient heater, timber burner, and that'll be sitting here, and then obviously the flue will come up, go through there, and then out through this roof, and then all the way past the roof up there, 600 mil past or so. This here was the plunge pool. Now the plunge pool we filled in with concrete, and then we allowed 50 millimeters underneath for timber work, and then 20 millimeters on top of that for our timber work. You never sit timber work like this. You never sit timber work like this onto a slab. It's just a big no-no. Warps, bows, bends, pops, all that kind of stuff. So you always need to batten it, allow air to get through underneath it, a much better system. We'll talk about that on another video though. This is the Rylock sliding door system that we talked about. Grouse system, easy to use. If you haven't seen one before, this is the stacker slider. So it stacks on itself, and then the whole thing keeps moving. And then it becomes one big open doorway. How good's that? Ripper-reader. Step into the backyard. All of these bricks have been taken back, redone. Double glazed, double hung windows up the top. Again, Rylock will go and have a look at those. Resealed and repainted all of these walls. And that is our finished product from downstairs. Here we've reused our aircon system, and we've put our timber box sections all the way through. All of our wires going to these have been chased into the wall, so you'll see no funny blockwork or anything else. Nice, beautiful, seamless finish. Everything's been finished off really nicely and consistent. The painter's done an amazing job all the way through here. From here, let's step upstairs. Now, carpets. These carpets are amazing carpets. These are actually a carpet that is made solely from natural products. They're solely made from a natural product. It's the company itself is called, we'll just keep walking through and have a look. The company itself is called Floor Space Sustainable Floor Coverings, and they do an amazing job of supplying different products to cover your floor that help reduce noise. Everything underneath here is natural. So these are actually grass fibres, and then underneath that is actually recycled cotton. Recycled cotton being any cotton garment goes into a factory, it gets mulched back down, turned into pulp, and then re-stitched into underlay, cotton underlay. And then on top of that, we put the carpet, which is a grass fibre, and it comes up an absolute treat. Because it's got such a wide stitch, it's low allergy, it's very easy to vacuum, you never have any really big problems with it at all. The only thing is that if you spill anything on it, you need to get it dry cleaned. You can't just wash it. If you just wash it, then the strands shrink and it can pull away from the wall. Here we have a Rylock system, easy to use, so easy to lift up. You get airflow on the top and the bottom. So you get airflow through the bottom, airflow through the top, and then what it does is it creates a circle of air through the room, top and bottom. So it gets rid of any of the dirty air up the top, and then the nice clean air through the bottom. The great thing over on this side is if we look straight across, we've got the stairwell in the centre, and on the very far wall, we've actually got another doorway. And that other doorway will be able to open and get a nice southerly breeze all the way through up to the other end, which is the north. So on those really hot days, we can get that southerly air to cross-air ventilate all of this floor and really help it to breathe a nice, clean, crisp air through it. Awning window here, again, another Rylock. Beautiful made windows, great finish. This is the top of the solar room. Again, PowerPoint, and yes, it does have a USB thing in it as well, so you can charge your phones, etc. as you go. Here at the top of the stairs, double hung window. We can open that very easily. Again, top and bottom, that allows airflow to continually run all the way through. From there we walk down here. Here's the bathroom. Here's the bathroom finished off. So what we've got is a completely frameless shower screen. And we've got a dual head shower on separate flick mixers with inlays for our shampoo. That's a waterfall end. And then we've got one on the on the rail, which is great for the kids. Now you'll see it's been stepped up slightly, but it's got a really nice consistent fall all the way down to that drain. And that drain is actually checked in with the tile itself. Over here, here's the bath. The bath checked into the wall. Nice finish, shelving. Mirrors. Now, we didn't want to have a join straight down the guts of this. So what we've done is we've made it in two parts. So you can open that section, get in, and then plug in your hairdryer easily enough. The cord can run through the bottom here. We can close that, and then you can blow dry your hair with your right hand if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, we would have done it on the other side. In-wall toilet system, grouse systems, in-wall toilet systems, they save so much space, as you can see. It's much more slimline, it's heaps easier to clean. And from here we've got our vanity, just a clicker. That's got a regulator at the back of it, so I'll put a cap over the top of that. A sensor for our light up the top. Important thing to note is that we need to have a fan in the bathroom to get rid of any steam, but we also need a waterproof light. Waterproof light for obvious reasons. Fan to get rid of any of the steam. The fan then goes straight out and goes out the brickwork. That way we can make sure that we're not going to have any mold or anything coming up on this ceiling throughout here. You probably saw our timber bench. You can use a timber bench in your bathroom space. You need to make sure that you use the right product to seal it. That's a 75mm drop down. You need to make sure that you use the right product to seal it. That way, ensuring that it'll last the test of time. From here, oh, actually, let me just show you this. So we've got the door sliding system. We've got the door sliding system, and then we've got a little lock. See that? So that's our privacy latch. You can get these, they're a little bit pricey, but they do work and they work well. Good sliding door. Then from there, we'll go down the back. And here we've got our playroom, our kids' playroom. Here, we've created the void. Now in the original video, there was a sliding door here. And you can see from this beam up here, that's where the sliding door was. What we've done is obviously removed all of that, moved that whole wall outwards, rebuilt the whole thing. So we've got a streamline window that runs all the way from top to bottom, all the way down. Again, Rylock systems, electric openers, and a slider stacker again. You need to make sure that if you ever do a void area or something like this, that you stick to Australian standards. These are all to the Australian standard for distance in between, and we've also made sure that we can't bend these open at all. If they can bend open, then we need to make sure that if they do bend, that we've got the distance to not allow a child's head to get stuck through, because if their head gets through, then usually their shoulders and body can follow and fall down. So make sure you stick to that. Here's the door that we were talking about. It doesn't really lead too far to anywhere, but it allows us to have nice air to run from here. Oh, that's a beautiful crosshair ventilation all the way through, all the way down the other side. So again, crosshair ventilation is the cheapest form of air conditioning. Clean, crisp air, can't beat it. From here, we've painted all of this. We've insulated all through this ceiling here, and we've triple skinned this wall, which is backing onto the bathroom, triple skinned it and double insulated it. So there's no, you can't hear people going to the toilet or having a shower if you were in here and this was a sleeping area. Again, we've got another sliding door system on this. That's just to cut out any additional noise, or if you just wanted to close down the house a little bit. That's it from me. That's the walkthrough of this, the house finished off. As you can see, it has come up an absolute treat from what was already there. If you've got any other questions or queries, flick them over and I'll help you out wherever I can. Until then, see you in the soup.